Ciao, hi, hey, hola guys. Just going to check I'm live on Facebook for today's videos, or for this video at least. Just waiting on Facebook. Hope Facebook's not going to let me down. Come on, Facebook. Oh, God. Sorry, guys, I've just got some technical issues with Facebook. I like to record both at the same time because I don't like to, I'd like to make sure I have a copy if one gets deleted or whatever, heaven forbid. I know for most people that'll probably be a first world problem, but I have to redo it. Come on, Facebook. Finally. Ciao, hi, hey guys. Sorry about that. I was having some technical issues. Sorry if anyone on Facebook, on YouTube, was having some technical issues with Facebook. It wasn't uploading. I was like, I mean, to be fair, it's been quite good up till recently, but today it's been a pain in the neck, well, at least for now. So hopefully it'll sort that issue out. But it wasn't uploading the video. I thought it was going to be. I was going to say third time lucky, but thankfully it seemed to have uploaded. So as I was just saying, I like to have at least 2 copies. I still want to make my own TikTok, which I haven't got around to. I keep forgetting things, but just got to motivate myself to do that. But yeah, I want to have as many copies of my videos as possible. Hopefully in March I'll make a TikTok account as well, all being well. So I have my videos on multiple platforms. So if anything goes wrong with one, I've got a copy somewhere. There is a brain up there somewhere, I guess. I've had to put 2 lights on, well, a lamp and a light, because it's quite, I was going to say it's quite cloudy, miserable, cold, and that kind of thing here in the UK. I read somewhere that apparently Britain has rained every day this year. I don't know whether that's true or not. It doesn't feel quite that that's a correct stat, but apparently it's rained every day here in the UK up till now. So probably till March, or sorry, till probably May even. Here are my plans for today and the future, and especially for today itself. And I would call it like Black Thursdays, the very my strange patterns, but I've done that before, so I thought I want to cover a different title. But sticking to the theme of Black empowerment and what I hope to do on Thursdays, I hope to stick to that. So anyway, I hope people out there enjoy it, and I hope as many people as possible will subscribe to my YouTube channel and support my content on both Facebook and YouTube, preferably, or at least one of those platforms. I suppose if I had to choose one, it would probably be YouTube, because it's probably easier to monetize or whatever, I guess. But yeah, so yeah, I hope, especially those who are interested in Black empowerment, any money I make from if I do make any money one day from these videos, I promise to donate all of it to help African Americans or the Black diaspora generally, especially from America itself, also probably from Africa as well, and Australasia and around the world, but especially from America, as I say. Anyway, here goes. So I normally like to focus on certain themes for certain days. So today being a Thursday, I think of certain things. But these are pointers number 1 to 10, as per usual for part 1. So here goes. So number 1, I didn't want to talk too much about myself, but thinking about looking after number 1, I thought I'd talk about some of the things. I was actually going to, and perhaps I should have done, but I thought to save me a job, so to speak, a job or something to do, to save me an errand to do, I was going to post it on this Facebook chat group where I talk about my plans and all that. I thought I might as well just mention it in the video. So yeah, it's one less thing to do. With my patterns, I'll probably do like a 40-point list video, 40-point list in that as well, like bullet point lists from Word or whatever, but that would take me a bit longer. But I was thinking about chores I've got to do, things I've got to do, like that, strip and read my bedding ASAP. And I also hope to put these caps in the wash, maybe, perhaps maybe today or ASAP. Don't know if I want to do it on Friday the 13th because of my superstitions. And cutting my nails because they're not too long. I can toenails. I know, nice life story. I'm going to get my glasses prescription. Probably should. I don't know if I should have mentioned that because it's a bit nice life story. I say sarcastically, but also it would have been a bit of a surprise for the next video or videos or whatever. So after this video, I'm going to get my, all being well, I'm going to get my glasses, not my glasses prescription, my glasses themselves, hopefully, and my medication that I take before I go to sleep. I used to take Ramapro, but now I take Candesort, I think it's called, for like hypertension. I think, again, I know my life, so I give away a bit too much info, but yeah, so those are some of the chores. I normally like to think of things in list form because it's easier to remember, but trying to think if there's any other things, but I'll probably include them later if there's anything I've forgotten. But yeah, I didn't want to talk too much about myself because I do want to focus on African American empowerment. But I thought, looking after number one, I'll talk about my own things that unfortunately I have to do, boring things in life that you have to do, I guess. And since I'm talking about selfish things in their English, I know I mentioned I'd love for teams like AC Milan, Torino, and other Italian soccer teams, if you like, to have academies for African Americans, which I hope will benefit the town's soccer teams as well, from a selfish point of view. Moving on, number two, I hope to focus as much as possible on supporting and empowering African Americans. I hope to focus on, normally on Thursdays, I like to think of like goal setting and political views. So hopefully next Thursday, I'll do my usual list form that I've been doing, well, at least a few of the days of this month, which is like in my black notebook, which if you see my other video where, all my videos where I was talking about like black poets and entrepreneurs and that kind of thing, I hope to find 40 African American, or at least black, preferably African American politicians for Black History Month, and talk about lobbying as well, and that kind of thing. So goal setting and politics and that kind of thing. Number three, also, I'd love to support black YouTubers and TikTokers. And again, I hope to mainly focus on African Americans, although I think like Black History Month generally and how they can network, black people and their allies around the world can network together for Black History Month, both in February in America and October here in Britain, but in other countries they probably have different months where it's Black History Month as well. Maybe they could network together more generally, but allies like myself could support. Like I like to focus on supporting and empowering African Americans as much as I can in February each year. So yeah, supporting their YouTubers and TikTokers. For some reason, YouTube and TikTok both remind me of tea, or starting with T in these situations. I know it's technically YouTube, but maybe the tube bit reminds me of tea. So I think of that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'd love to support as many black and especially African American YouTubers and TikTokers as possible. I was going to say as well, before I move on to point number four, I was going to say, almost forgot, that because in October I like to focus more on Black Britons and empowering Black Britons as well as people from Africa. I think one or two African countries have their Independence Days in October as well. So I want to focus more on that in October on Black Britons. So at the moment I'm focusing more on African Americans, but maybe black people more generally as well. I know last night I didn't get to finish talking about poets. I'm hoping to do that ASAP, but I'll talk a bit more about that later. But number four, talking about politics, my controversial view about black people boycotting, black people and other POC and minorities boycotting Western and imperialistic militaries like the American one, the British military, and other countries that have had an empire, especially like European and Western ones, maybe like Australasia as well. And instead, I think we, as POC generally, including obviously black people, should, in my opinion, support things like, let's say, black people in business and tech and politics and that kind of thing. So yeah, I think that would be cool to support those sorts of things and focus on that instead. Both number 4 and 5 make me think of focus. And on that note, number 5, once again, I think of like goal setting. So I'd love to know what are some goals and ambitions from African Americans and Black people generally around the world, and again, especially in America itself, but also in Africa and other parts of the world, and how people like me can support Black ambition and Black goal setters, and like how they can learn how to set goals and network together. Like people like Damon John, people like that could teach other African Americans and Black people, maybe around the world even, how to set goals, how to work on goal setting. I know you can sort of see that stuff on YouTube anyway, generally, from people from different backgrounds, more generally. But yeah, it'd be cool to see African Americans being supported with their goal setting and achieving their ambitions. I know Pharrell Williams has like Black ambition, and people like that, Black celebrities and whatnot, could, as well as entrepreneurs and whatnot. I know I'm mainly focusing on like politics and things like that, politics, goal setting, and tech for Thursdays. Again, YouTube and TikTok and things like that. But they could fund Black ambition, that kind of thing. I suppose Black History Month itself is quite political. And again, next week I hope to talk about 40. I hope to find out about and talk about a bit about 40 African American, or at least Black politicians. Again, some of them might be from outside of America or all around the world for Black History Month. Number 6, once again, going on the selfish or dreams, I'd love to see Italian soccer teams have academies in America, teams like Milan, Torino, Roma, and others, and hopefully have a mutual benefit. I hope that will benefit Italian soccer teams through, as I talked about before, like having more in the future, having great African American players, also African Americans supporting in both ways as fans and financially backing Italian soccer teams, like through investing in them, sponsoring them, and that kind of thing. And at the same time, hopefully, African Americans will benefit through Italian teams fundraising for them and through finding soccer as a pathway to creating great careers and achieving ambitions, financial ambitions, and that kind of thing. So, helping African Americans to get into and enjoy, hopefully, soccer and make a career from such, hopefully, making a lot of money from soccer and that kind of thing. I know money's and everything else to say, but it does go into part of the ambition. But I'd love to hear from African Americans on what their ambitions are and what they love to work on, and celebrating the hard work and achievements of African Americans and Black people around the world. Although, again, I've said in the past that hard work is a bit of a swear word to me. But number 7, same sort of thing for Celtic. And also talking about hard work being a swear word, I wonder if, I often mention, like, I'm not that religious, but I think of like many hands make light work, many minds make light work, I suppose you could also say. So I wonder what, if they can make life easier for each other. One of my dreams in life is to find an easy way, or even easy ways to make money, and then hopefully give it away in my case. 2 people, including African Americans and people from Africa and that kind of thing. I'd love to support people in tech, and I wonder if they could use tech and create things that make life easier for themselves and each other and others, and improve the world generally for themselves and each other, especially, and for others as well. And Black people can network together in areas like politics and tech and that kind of thing, and support each other's YouTube channels, TikTok channels, and that kind of thing. And I wonder if anyone goes through their whole life without having to work hard at some point. I think that'd be an interesting story, but maybe in life it can never be easy all the time. Maybe sometimes maybe there's always got to be hard things. Sometimes I wonder what you think about that. I know people say, like, to be financially successful or whatever, you have to work hard, unfortunately. For me, you have to take action and work hard. 2 things I'm not very good at doing, unfortunately. But 2 things I certainly don't like to do. I'm not particularly good at, I guess. Certainly, if I had a choice, I wouldn't have to do those things. But I'd love to just be able to come up with an idea and it just works. That'd be pretty cool. But maybe initially, if they make or create technology, including AI, robotics, apps, and things like that, maybe that sort of thing can make life easier for themselves and each other. So it could mean that they won't have to work as hard in the future. So it might require hard work to make those things, to make or create those things. But then in the future, it could make life easier. Number 8, again, POC, people of colour could work together, people of POC and minorities lobbying for things together, networking together, discussing ideas together, discussing politics together, supporting each other in tech, getting more POC into tech, and all those sorts of things. And again, that would